American farmers are facing an unprecedented crisis as corn prices crash below break-even levels, while production costs remain stubbornly high. The U.S., once the world's undisputed leader in corn exports, has lost its crown, with China canceling soybean and corn orders amid escalating tariffs. The USDA's abrupt cancellation of local food purchasing programs has worsened the situation, stripping support from schools, tribes, and food banks, while leaving farmers and ranchers in financial turmoil. Corn prices have nosedived to $3.50 a bushel, a devastating blow to the Corn Belt, as millions of tons of U.S. grain are rejected at ports, turning million-dollar contracts into worthless paper overnight. From Iowa to Indiana, farmers are leaving crops unharvested to avoid deeper losses, watching helplessly as rain ruins their yields. Meanwhile, Canada has quietly secured multi-billion-dollar supply deals with Japan, South Korea, and Europe, positioning itself as the new global grain leader. The question is, how did U.S. corn collapse so quickly, and why is Canada thriving? The perfect storm. Why U.S. corn is failing tariffs and shipping chaos. The White House's tariffs on Chinese cargo vessels have spiked Gulf of Mexico shipping costs by 25%, adding nearly $1 billion annually to export expenses. Barge traffic on the Mississippi River has dropped 16%, leaving grain stranded as over 180 vessels sit idle at New Orleans, unable to meet new security and paperwork requirements. Strict new global standards importers now demand non-GMO, blockchain-tracked, low-carbon grain, standards that Canada meets but the U.S. largely fails to satisfy. Mexico banned GMO corn, and Asian European buyers followed suit, locking out 92% of U.S. corn acreage. Canada's Prairie Trace blockchain system guarantees transparency, while its non-GMO, glyphosate-free crops command 20% price premiums. Farmers drowning in unsold grain. U.S. corn stockpiles have hit a 6-year high, with 2.5 billion bushels, 68 million tons, expected to sit unsold by September. Cash prices in Iowa are $3.74 per bushel, far below the $4.20 Canadian corn fetches. Farmers are selling equipment, driving for Uber, and delaying sales to avoid bankruptcy. Canada's winning strategy. While U.S. farmers struggle, Canada has methodically captured the global market by mandating blockchain traceability from seed to port, eliminating fraud risks, enforcing strict 3 no's policy, no GMOs, no glyphosate, and carbon emissions below EU thresholds, securing premium contracts with Japan, South Korea, and the EU, where its corn sells for $1.30 to $1.87 more per bushel than U.S. grain. Government-backed export incentives, including insurance and logistics subsidies, making Canadian grain more attractive. The domino effect. Rural America in crisis. The collapse isn't just about corn. It's unraveling entire communities. Indiana's economy shrank 6.1% in early 2025, with food aid requests up 50%. Illinois' low river levels delay shipments, adding $20 per ton in costs. Nebraska and Minnesota are forced to slash irrigation, leaving crops to wither. Ethanol plants are shutting down, idling workers and shrinking demand further. Washington's choice. Adapt or collapse. The U.S. has 2 paths: embrace global standards, drop protectionist tariffs, adopt blockchain traceability, and align with carbon rules to regain trust. Double down on subsidies, a risky gamble that could accelerate rural decline, mirroring the Rust Belt's downfall. If nothing changes, soybeans, dairy, and beef will be next. Industries already at risk due to GMO bans and carbon taxes. Canada isn't just taking market share, it's redefining global food trade. The clock is ticking. Will Washington act before more towns turn into ghost towns? This isn't just about corn. It's about the future of American agriculture.